The daughter of Parvane and Daryush Furuhar, two victims of the 1998 serial killings, informed that this year again the security forces disagreed with holding of commemoration ceremony for her parents. The Third Committee of the United Nations General Assembly voted on a draft resolution introduced by Canada condemning alleged human rights violations in Iran. This resolution was adopted after getting 83 positive, 36 negative, and 62 abstained votes. Last week, several Iranian political and civil activists wrote a letter to Ahmad Shahid, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Iran, asking him to request the Iranian government for permission to visit Mr. Mir Hossein Mousavi, Mr. Mehdi Karoubi, and Mrs. Zahra Rahnavard, as over 1,000 days has passed since these three leaders of the 2009 protests have been under house arrest. Maryam Shafipour, a student activist who has been in Evin prison since the 27th of July 2013, remains in a limbo situation despite her court hearing. It is said that she was once taken to the hospital as her health deteriorated and was in need of medical care.
On Tuesday the 12th of November, in the wake of increasing economic pressure on Baha'is, security forces suddenly shut down the business offices of three Baha'i residents, Armin Esmailpour, Michel Esmailpour, and Badiola Abolfazi, from Nashtarud in Mazandaran province. Last week, undercover intelligence officers from the city of Mahabad barged into the house of Younes Maroufi, a Kurdish citizen, physically abusing him and some of his family members. They searched the house and subsequently arrested him under charge of collaborating with one of the opposition parties. Last week, Hossein Qaderi, Youssef Moradi, and Azad Segzi, three Sunni prisoners in the Rajai prison in the city of Karaj, were each sentenced to 2 years imprisonment by the Revolutionary Court. In July, Hossein Saketi Aramsari, a Christian convert, was arrested and is still in the central prison in the city of Karaj in a state of limbo. On Saturday the 17th of November, Farshid Nazeri, Taimur Naderizadeh, and Barzan Nasr Alazadeh, three Sunni prisoners in the Raji prison, were sentenced to death. 5 Baha'i citizens from the city of Mashhad have been sentenced to 6 months' imprisonment, charged with propaganda against the regime by promoting the Baha'i faith, and on Saturday the 17th of November, they were transferred to Vakil Abad prison to start their sentence. Hamed Ahmadi, a Sunni prisoner in Ghazal Hessar prison, who was in the 15th day of his hunger strike, has fainted due to low blood pressure, and the authorities are refusing to send him to the clinic. Hussein Kazamaini Boroujerdi, a clergy critic and a political prisoner in the clergy ward of Evin prison, is suffering from various diseases but has been denied the appropriate treatment. Security forces have prevented at least 2 Sunni mosques from Friday prayers in Mahabad in West Azerbaijan province. Following attacks by security forces on the monastery of Qaderi Kasenzani dervishes, 15 people were arrested.
On Tuesday, the 12th of November 2013, Muhammad Ali Javamardi and Reza Tamimi, 2 workers of one of Abadan's oil refinery subsets, were both arrested. Eyewitnesses reported the beatings of Mr. Javamardi by plainclothes officials. Last week, Abbas Karegar, the representative of workers of Flax factory in the city of Rasht, informed the closure of this manufacturing unit and the redundancy of 31 workers, and added that Flax factory has been shut down by the judicial rulings of the Sangsar City Court. The Labour's representative of Zarkan Takab gold mine announced the gradual headcount reduction of 550 workers employed at these mines due to the beginning of the cold season. Furthermore, one of the employees currently employed in the contracting company, Motabar, the developer of the tunnel construction in Engelab in the Nabovat Square of the city of Sanandaj, spoke of the 6 months postponement of salaries of 30 workers due to lack of funds, and also said 70 other workers from this workshop have had contracts changed since the beginning of the current year. On Tuesday, the 19th of November 2013, 60 installation contract workers from the University of Science and Technology protested in front of the university office against the dismissal of some workers and the unsuitable working conditions. Reports indicate that Abdullah Raisi, the Secretary of Labour House of the city of Shahrokord, spoke of a 3-month payment delay and the halving of 120 workers' wages at the Kuhrang dairy factory. 300 workers of the industrial machinery of Teraktor Sazi in Tabriz have not received their wages for over 4 months. A number of workers at Nekar Sofa factory gathered in front of the governor's building in the city of Nekar, in the province of Mazandaran. These workers say that they have not received their wages for several months. On Monday, the 18th of November 2013, more than 800 workers of the factory of polyacryl in Isfahan city protested against the fact that the governor had failed to deliver on his promises.
Eight bloggers, including a woman accused of insulting Islamic sanctities and values, were arrested by security forces in the city of Rafsanjan in Kerman province. News suggests that Darius Pur Said, Chief Police of Information Exchange of Security Forces, FETA, has announced the arrest of a 16-year-old blogger. He further added that the teenager, whose name has not been released, has participated in propagating and promoting vulgar West culture.
On Monday, the 18th of November 2013, Rahmatullah Gumshahezi, who has been accused of murder and has spent the last 10 years of his life in prison, was hanged in the central prison of Zahedan.
Ali Moazi, an elderly political prisoner in the central prison of Karaj, who suffers from kidney and bladder problems, has been denied medical care. In the past few weeks, the hot water in the political section of Evin prison has been disconnected. Taghi Karoubi, the son of Mehdi Karoubi, former presidential candidate, said that his father has been undergoing treatment for digestive problems since last week. According to the same report, Mr. Mehdi Karoubi also suffers from osteoporosis due to the lack of access to sunlight.